Hey, it's George with Silverhammer Surveillance. Time for another crazy shoplifter story. In our series, A Day in the Life of a Loss Prevention Professional, you can't make this stuff up. And you really can't. All true, all crazy, all the time. Today's story is about squatting. If you're an old school LP, you know what that term means. An entertaining term at that always led to a fun situation. If you don't know what it means, you're about to find out. Because Ken is about to tell you. This is a man that was in the LP game for 30 years. I thought I was in the game for a long time, but this man, I'm sure, is just a walking encyclopedia of stories like this one. He takes us back in the day, back to Los Angeles, when he was a young LP, a young Marine. Thank you for your service, sir. He's just learning the ropes, doing training, probably thinking to himself, is every day like this? Did I make the right career move? This is crazy stuff. And then you think, yeah, I made the right career move. This is fun. So I want to thank you, Ken. Thank you for sharing today. Been very cool getting to know you. I've instantly gained another LP brother. Awesome. If you've got a story like his, please share. I'd love to post it, entertain some people. In the meantime, enjoy Ken's tale. I know I did.
Hi, my name is Ken, and I've been in the loss prevention profession for over 30 years now. I'm currently a senior manager in the loss prevention industry. Being in this profession for over 30 years, you can imagine I have a lot of stories to tell. To add to that, my career has been remarkably diverse. I have been honored and privileged to work in different formats or segments of retail. For instance, general retail, high-end retail, specialty electronics, restaurants, grocery, entertainment, just to name a few. Now, having that background, I got a lot of stories. So today I want to share with you a story that happened to me when I first started my loss prevention career. At that time, I was working for a national retailer in Los Angeles. I was very young. I was eager, wanted to learn about the industry. In addition to that, I was a young Marine, so I was very motivated to get going. So this one evening, I'm working with my partner trainer, and we're walking around the store, walking the sales floor. So back in those days, we had to walk the sales floor to catch shoplifters because we didn't have the camera technology that we have today. So we had to really learn the art of walking the floor to catch shoplifters. So this one evening is kind of slow, so we decided that we were going to hang out in the electronics department. So while we're back there, I noticed a lady. She caught my attention because she selected a television off of display. And back in those days, we sold these little portable televisions, 12, 13-inch screens, whatever they were, something like that, in a box. And she selected it from the shelf and placed it on the floor in front of her. Well, she had a cart, but she took that one item she placed on the floor. So it caught my attention, so I began to observe her. While the television was on the floor, she positioned herself over the television and squatted down. When she stood back up and moved, the television was gone. And I was like, wow, what happened to television? I couldn't believe my eyes. I was shocked. So I went over to my partner and I told him what I saw. And he started to laugh. And I said, what's so funny? He says, Ken, she squatted it. I said, squatted? What does that mean? What do you mean squatted? And he proceeded to tell me that back in those days, squatting was a form of concealment where ladies would wear long skirts or long dresses, and they would take items that were big and bulky, like a television in a box, and they would conceal it under the dress between their legs. Very similar, back in those days, this was very similar to using a booster box or a booster bag. So I said, okay, so what do we do now? He says, well, let's observe her. Let's continue to follow her, see what she does. So we observed her for a little bit, and she went to the front lanes to start to pay for some items that she had. I said, what are we going to do now? Are we going to apprehend her? My partner said, no, we can't. And I said, why? He said, Ken, you're not trained yet, and you're not bad, so you can't make an apprehension. And I said, so what do we do now? He says, well, let's try to burn her. I said, how? He goes, I don't know. I said, hold on, I got an idea. Follow my lead. So I grabbed a candy bar, got in line behind her, got very close, took my wallet out of my pocket, and I dropped it on the floor. So I bent over to pick up my wallet. I bumped her, which startled her, and she moved abruptly, and bunk, drops the television. She looks down at the television. She looks up at me. I look at her. I look down at the television, and the only thing she could say was, I don't know how that got there. She quickly paid for items and left the store. My partner and I, we kind of laughed about it. Now we have a great story to tell, right? And we recovered the television. So I hope you enjoy the story. And as you can imagine, in this industry, there's a lot of stories that are out there that are hard to believe. So to all my loss prevention friends and colleagues that are out there every day, please be safe and be healthy. Hope you enjoy the story. Thanks.